Let's move on to the Printing tab. We see at the top left the button to save the offer, or we can print an analysis of the manufacturers included in our offer, or we can print an additional cost analysis for each piece of equipment included in the offer. We can also export the offer in Excel. For example, if we have to import it in another CRM. In this case, we can decide which columns we want to export. We select them, and with the arrow, we add them to the columns that will be removed. And then selecting in this way, we can select OK, and the software will export the Excel file in this path. The button to update the print preview, according to any changes we made to it, and to import a template for the structure of the offer, then the print preview. In the part below, we have some buttons that allow us to print the offer or to save it in different formats. We can also modify the page. In this way, we can open and edit, where we can change the color or position of some design elements, making sure, however, that all the changes that are made with this function are temporary, and as soon as you reload the image, it will be reloaded with also the layout and custom print settings, processing all the items temporarily to create a quick print. On the right side, we find all the graphic and aesthetic settings of our offer. The first thing we can update is the layout, that is the structure of Specify, by default. This is inserted, but we can also possibly modify it, selecting another layout. We see that the position of the JPEGs and description found here on the left. Choose the layout that best suits our requirements. Personal settings, instead, are all the display settings of the first page. Product display, what to put in the final part of the offer, which can be saved in the last table, Page Settings. Here you can save all the settings you have selected with your name, for example, so that each time you open a new offer, you can find them again, as in this case in the drop-down window. Returning to the controls of the first page, we see that we can select what to display, like the date of the offer, the trader, etc. We can choose where to put the recipient of the offer, the right or left-hand side, and so also the signature and its location, and to add it to the first page or on the first and last page or only on the last page. We then have the option to insert a header image on each page or a company logo. The difference between the header image and the logo image is that the header image takes the entire width of the page, while the logo, as you can see, only be set to the left or right. Then there is the possibility to put an image in the first page that will be placed in this position, or a watermark image that will be displayed with a very light print in the center of each page of the offer. And as with the header banner image, we can also put a footer image. In this case, the footer image is replaced by the details of the user's company we linked to at the beginning in the general settings of Specify. To insert this image, we can search inside Windows and select the image, or save the file inside our dictionary and then save its path. We can create new ones by pressing the plus key, as we saw before, and by double-clicking the image, it is inserted in our offer. We also insert the image of the footer, and to display the image of the footer, we have to remove the details of the user's company, because if this checkmark is selected, these will be displayed and not the image. Let's see now all the additions we have added with a program refresh. This enables a page refresh, and we can see that the header is inserted and also the footer with all the company information. Below, we can also change the size of the banner header and footer by changing the edge's thickness. Moving on, instead, in the second table, we can manage how all the machines inserted in the offer are shown. So in this case, the existing ones are not displayed in the offer. But if we want, we could also decide not to display the special equipment and make a second ad hoc offer for special equipment. We can choose what to display of the main products, and in the same way also what accessories to display. In the closing part, we go to see what happens on the last page. So we can choose to put a page break between the last product and the additional costs, then another page break for the zone total. These page breaks can also be removed, and we can choose how to display the final part of our offer with totals, sales terms, and so on. Once we have everything set up, we can go to the page controls, save our settings, and we'll find them later for every future quote, so that we have everything preset next time we begin one.